The CBD this year has been organized by India, and there are like India is looking to be a champion. That's what for the next 2 years we are planning to implement a lot of things. We are planning to implement a lot of new proposals and plans for conserving our biodiversity. But on the other hand, if you look at what's happening in India right now, in terms of forest and biodiversity loss, it's very phenomenal. Expansion is happening for coal mining into forest. So we are only looking at coal mining, and there are lots of other sort of mining and a lot of other non-forest activities are happening inside the forest. So we want to highlight. So what we want to tell the delegates here during this COP is like there's so much threat is facing our forest. Therefore, unless we do something immediately to stop expansion of coal mining into the forest, it's going to be too late by the time we decide we are going to save it. So that's the message.
Right. Coal mining has been one of the most contentious issues in India. But tell me something. We understand that the economy depends very critically on the coal. So it's a very critical trade-off issue between development and biodiversity conservation. What are your comments on it?
Yes, we understand coal is a very important fact for our development. But having said that, our argument here is looking at expansion of coal mining into forest areas. So we are saying that we have enough existing mines which we have to utilize efficiently, and we need to have a real assessment on how much coal India requires in the future for it to be sustain itself. And also there's a huge potential for India to expand into renewable energies, which right now in recent past renewable energies are expanding in a phenomenal rate. So coal should be assessed with in tandem with what kind of a growth that we could expand in renewable, instead of having cutting into forest or destroying forest, livelihoods of millions of people, megafauna like tiger, elephants, and leopards, arbitrarily without having these kind of discussions and arguments within India. So we are saying have all the discussion first, and then look at whether we really need forest for expanding into.
When you conduct research on the problems, threats, and the possible solutions to the problem, give us an idea of a couple of policy level probable solutions that you can think of about the issue.
The immediate policy level thing that we are proposing is, like as I said, there should be an assessment on how much coal mines that we already have, and how much coal that could be extracted, and then how much coal that India needs to depend on in tandem with renewable. So the policy that we already had, we should have a clear criteria on which are the important biologically significant areas that are in India, and then how we are going to protect them. And then these areas should be cordoned off from any kind of mining activities in order to protect our people and the biodiversity that we have. So our Indian laws as such have this kind of measures. We had a go no go zone earlier which got abolished now, and then Wildlife Protection Act has a lot of measures of protecting corridors of key wildlife, and then even Forest Rights Act clearly defines that people's livelihood and the rights over forest and usage of their usage for forest produce should be protected. So we have key policy needs to be implemented properly with proper assessment.